Use a 21mm socket, take the lug nuts off. Take the wheel off. I'm going to loosen this nut up, not take it off completely, but just loosen it at this point. Use a 19mm socket. And I'll just put a couple threads on. This will just make it easier. And that shouldn't fall off like that. That's good. I'm going to support with jack stands underneath the control arm. I'm going to do it on both sides because I am replacing both shocks, and lower the vehicle down. And just take some of the tension off the shocks. Take this cover off right here. Just use a straight blade screwdriver. There's a little cap here. Take this cap off. Now I'm going to take a 17mm wrench and loosen up the nut up here, and then to prevent the stud from spinning, I'm going to use a 6mm Allen. Once you get it broken free, you can switch to a ratchet wrench. It'll make it a little easier, a little quicker. Be careful not to drop the nut. Take this washer off. And there's a boot. You can take that off as well. Now we can take this nut off. Just use a pry bar. Just pry this out. And slide it right down. With the new shock, you want to compress it and let it expand. Do this 3 times. I'm going to swap this over from the old shock. Just the dust cover. Take this rubber grommet off. Just use a straight blade screwdriver. Slide that off. You have the new one. You can use a little silicone type spray if you want to. Make installing it a little easier. Slide that on. And it's going to go over the shock. Now slide this in position. And you might have to compress this a little bit and slide it over the stud. Just like that. If you have to, use a little bit of a dead blow hammer and hammer it on, or a rubber mallet. Now take the washer that looks like this. It's got a little lip right there, and that lip's going to go down. Just make sure it's centered. Then the grommet, or the rubber bushing, and then the top piece. Put the nut on. And same as taking it off, take the ratchet wrench. And once it starts spinning, use the 6mm Allen. If you have the ability to get a torque wrench in there, you want to torque that nut to 22 foot-pounds. If not, do the best you can. Just snug it up. Now put this dust cover on. That's good. And put this cover on. And now put the washer on and this nut and snug it down. If you want to torque it at this time, you can, or you can raise the vehicle up and take it off the jack stands. And you can torque the nut to 85 foot-pounds. Install the wheel. Put the lug nuts on. Now I'm going to torque these lug nuts to 77 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. I'm just going to go around again, double check.